A very good afternoon to all. I am Dr. Riyanka Baral. I'm a faculty at India International University of Legal Education and Research. And today I'll be presenting on stock price prediction of petrochemical industry using chemical technical indicators, LSTM model, and sentimental analysis. So basically here we know that since social media platforms are nowadays used profoundly to share the opinions, views. So in this research, how do I change the next slide? So, so in this research, we try to show the relationship between the chemical engineering practices and financial market dynamics in the petrochemical sector. Since we know that the social media platforms are profoundly used to share the feelings and opinions, in this research we have focused the stock movement predictions with the public sentiment using the long short-term memory network, which is the LSTM. We have used three different sentiment analysis tool, that is a Vadder, Longhand McDonald's, and text blogs on the web scrap data. I will come to what is web scrap data. Web scrap data we have done, it has extracted it is a data extraction technology that has automatically extracted data from different websites, and it stores in a common type of database, allowing for easier processing and visualization of data. In the motivation behind this study is to explore to introduce a model in which the sentiment score produced by multiple sentiment analysis technologies are integrated with the stock price, and we compare with the predictive performance. So the movement of market prices is also impacted by the online factors also. So using the LSTM, we deal with sort of unstructured online data, but transferring them, by turning them into structured data. So we have taken the crude oil price. First, we have converted the crude oil prices into a weighted factor, which was then integrated into the stock price analysis. Why we have taken the petrochemical industry? Because it is the central for the chemical engineering, and advancement in the process and material often mitigates from the challenges in the petrochemical engineering. And there are four companies that we have taken into consideration, that is IOCL, BPCL, Reliance, and HPCL, because they are the dominant players in the Indian petrochemical market. Since I said that we have done sentiment analysis. In sentiment analysis, there are two approaches or based, that is lexicon based. The other one is a machine learning based. In the lexicon based, there is a dictionary based and a corpus based and the text block based. In dictionary based, there is a Vadder, there is a Vadder method and Longhand. I'll come to that. In dictionary, there is a Vadder sentiment analysis, text blog analysis, and Longhand McDonald's sentiment analysis. We have done all this three analysis on all the four petrochemical industries. What the Vadder analysis, it is a tool that classify the polarity, that is positive, negative, and neutral, as well as the degree of polarity value word by word. So whether it is angry, happy, but it won't be able to take emojis. So there are certain loopholes in this method as well, but we have taken all the scrapped data, then examined line by line by calculating the sentiment score, that positive, negative, or neutral, and saved a data. Then we have saved in a data frame. Then the data was normalized, and we came up with the overall sentiment, which we called as a compound score. If the compound score is from minus 0.05 to 0.5, then it is considered to be neutral, and if it is more than 0.05, it is considered to be positive, otherwise it is negative. So using this logic and comparing, it was found that while percentage of negative feeling remained constant, the percentage of positive sentiment grew as a consequence of normalization for the purpose of calculating the compound score. The percentage of neutral was also reduced. The second method was a Longan McDonald's sentiment dictionary. This was focused on the positive and negative word that is associated with finance only. This tool was equipped with sentiment dictionary which has 6 sentiments dimension based on the financial industries only. So this approach checks how many times each positive and negative word appears in a given phrase. Now, if the number of positive word exceeds the number of negative word, then the sentiment is positive. Now, if the number of negative word exceeds the positive word, then the sentiment is negative. Otherwise, it is neutral. So the data was framed by assembling all the scraped data line by line, and each word in the line is verified and positive was verified. The negative counter is incremented if the term is negative. The counter were then compared to determine whether the line on the experiment was positive, negative or neutral. Then the text block, then we use the text block method. So each data entry is assigned a float polarity score of -1 for negativity, for 1 for positivity and 0 for non-word. For non-word, for no words mapped to any of the words in the preset training. So basically there were 3 phases in this study. The first stage was the web scraping. We did web scraping from Twitter, Yahoo and ET News. The second phase was the data pre-processing. We did using VADR, Longanus and the text block method. The third phase was the stock market movement prediction. We did that using the LSTM model. Using the LSTM model, this phase accumulated the calculated sentiment scores performed in the phase 2 with the stock data to calculate the stock market movement prediction with the help of LSTM model. So the accuracy of the prediction was expressed in terms of percentage, and each combination is entered into the LSTM model, which is used to forecast the stock movement. In LSTM, we have taken 2 categories of experiment, that is regression as well as the classification. In regression, we have done, in regression, we have evaluated in terms of R square, MAE and MSE. MAE is the mean absolute error and MSE is the mean square error. The classification metric was then evaluated in terms of accuracy, recall and F1 score for implementing the tool to the level of performance of. So after this, all the findings from the comparative analysis was done using the, as I mentioned, that regression and classification. In regression, we did R square, MAE and MSE. The result of IOC, the red portion which is marked here, this shows a 100 days gap. So we have taken data from 2020 to 2022. So this is a 100-day gap for the prediction of the stock prices of IOCL. This is the prediction for BPCL, HPCL and Reliance. Coming to the conclusion, it was found that all the 3 methods that has been used for the analysis, they overall gave a similar result. So the crude oil prices directly influence the financial health of the petrochemical industry. Thank you.
Yes,